They called it Tunis Harbor, a rusted artery of a dying world. Back in 2142, when the ice had already begun to swallow nations, this port in North Africa became more than steel and sand. It became survival. The Cold War of Battlefield 2142 was not about ideology. It was about land, warmth, and the last supply lines that could keep an army alive.
And Tunis Harbor was one of those lines. The Pan-Asian Coalition, PAC, knew it. Under the cover of fog drifting through the Strait of Sicily, their 8th Command Regiment struck fast, almost surgical. They landed on top of EU defenses before alarms could even stabilize. The Mediterranean at the defenders' backs, nowhere to retreat.
The European Union forces, desperate, outnumbered, held the line with the Valkyrie Brigade. Their L-5 Reisig Battlewalkers echoed through the docks, heavy metal footsteps shaking cranes, containers, and concrete alike. Railguns screamed from the inner docks. Catwalks became killing corridors, and the canal waters ran dark beneath the fighting.
It was chaos, but controlled chaos. Every inch of ground mattered. Junkyards, power stations, cargo lanes, each was contested, lost, retaken. Tunis Harbor wasn't just a battlefield, it was a choke point, and whoever held it controlled the flow toward the Suez Canal, the heart of the war effort.
Now we stand in the year 2162, 20 years later, and Tunis Harbor still hasn't found peace.
No, it has evolved, or perhaps devolved.
The old docks are no longer abandoned relics. They've been reforged into a fortress of vertical warfare. The catwalks are higher now, layered like a steel labyrinth. The sea has risen slightly, swallowing parts of the original canal routes. What was once cover is now submerged ruin.
But the most terrifying change is in the sky.
The European Union has deployed a Titan-class warship above Tunis Harbor.
A floating colossus, silent, massive, casting a permanent shadow over the battlefield. Its presence alone shifts the psychology of war. Soldiers no longer just fight for ground. They fight under the constant threat of orbital annihilation.
Its guns don't fire often. They don't need to. The possibility is enough. Every movement below, every armored push, every infantry advance is watched.
And on the ground, something even more unsettling has emerged.
The Goliath.
A next-generation siege vehicle, larger than anything fielded in 2142. It doesn't just support infantry, it is the battlefield. Rolling through the eastern docks and power station zones, it crushes cover, reshapes terrain, and turns choke points into graveyards.
Where the old battlewalkers once dominated, now they scatter before it.
PAC forces have adapted, of course. Guerrilla tactics have returned. They use the flooded canals, the submerged dock routes, the shadows beneath the Titan, striking fast and vanishing before retaliation.
The fighting is no longer linear. It's layered, sky, ground, and water.
But here's the truth. Tunis Harbor never stopped being what it always was.
A bottleneck.
A place where desperation converges.
In 2142, it was about stopping reinforcements to the Suez Canal.
In 2162, it's about control of an entire region's survival network.
The cranes still stand, rusted, older now. The rails are broken. The junkyards have become mass graves of machines.
But the war never left.
It just evolved.
And as long as Tunis Harbor stands, so too will the fight for what little remains of the world.